Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, it's time for War 5 of the season. We're going up against Poseidon here, an excellent alliance with some of my MCoC buddies, cool people to hang out with on my Discord server in Nerd, MU8, and the Mad Titan. I will link their channels in the description. I believe Nerd has done a video on this already. Yeah, I remember watching it, and hopefully we can convince MU8s to do the same. And you can see their perspective on it. And these are channels I enjoy watching myself. So we've got 8 fights. We're going to go ahead and get this started so we can jump straight into it. Starting off with a strike, counter, fury, power struggle, high ground, which can interact pretty harshly with Green Goblin here, but with Archangel, we should finish this off pretty quickly. And if you saw the thumbnail, I am going to kind of try to talk about this as we go. I am incredibly upset. I probably had about an hour after one of my fights here, and you'll see it coming up, where I genuinely was angry enough where I wanted to quit the game. Now, I knew that that was just a pretty emotional response, so of course I didn't actually try to quit the game or tell anyone in my alliance that I wanted that, and in fact, I think they probably knew how I was feeling. But the game should just work. This war took place on Saturday of this week, which looks like it was the 20th, which also happened to be the same day of Map 8 came out. And as you can see, I am not struggling to land parries. And in fact, I just put out a video having my full day 1 map 8 run completely itemless, which included a lot of parrying and heavy and mediums and lights and the various things you do in playing this game. And I went itemless. And I was doing that while doing this war. So keep that all in mind. All right, going up against, again, the strike, counter, fury. I'm not that worried about it because Archangel is going to end these fights relatively quickly. And we're going to go up against this Miles. Got a really nice reminder note from Let 'em Taters here that, you know, Miles will probably go invisible on the special. So you're going to see that kind of happen. But we've got some decent RNG here now that we've already got 3 Neuros up. So we're just going to kind of go through this. Just in case something went horribly wrong, I did not want the Furies getting 2 stacked. So I did go ahead and throw with a special. I think we had turned that off because of the Neuros there. Missed a little deck, so maybe I wasn't playing as perfectly as I thought. But Miles is down, and we'll be moving on to what I felt was going to be the hardest fight for me in this war. I think we're going to take 8 total. And I actually know how my next war has turned out. I'm a little bit behind in recording these, but these will get out. And, you know, your next war, when your next war is a good one, he always helps you feel a little bit better. But here we go. So we're going against this Mixmaster Professor X here. And going to use my pre-fight. I know how to use them, especially after my last war with the horsemen not sticking. If you haven't seen that, you should see that. That is fun. All right, so here we go. Mixmaster, I am going to, for the most part, just parry heavy. I will try to trigger Falter if I can after he's thrown his SP1 or his SP2, because he takes that time to kind of, you know, recalibrate himself and mind control. You know, I got to learn. It's funny. This is the second time I've fought a Professor X in war, and you're not going to be parrying him off of that initial stun because it's a light and that doesn't make contact. So even though the word parry shows up, you know, you don't. So I thought I just mental error on my part. But we've already got 3 Neuros up here. I'm probably not going to regular combo him at all. There you go. We triggered things. We throw our SP1. And this fight is over. This fight is over. I'm feeling good. Like I said, I was alternating in and out of doing my map 8, and I'm playing well, so I'm really not concerned about it. I know he had the 2 high ground charges, but he's bleeding out. So I'm just gonna hold block there. That's the power of Archangel. Now, because of my previous war, if you haven't seen it, basically there was a pre-fight that I feel confident that was placed that just never happened. My Apocalypse lost all of his charges, and yet none of my champions were horsemen. I placed it. It is what it is. But we talked about recording at the very beginning of even entering the game. And as a result, I placed the White Magneto pre-fight before I started even recording this fight. I went from Professor X to this fight, which is the MP modification against Red Magneto. I placed the White Magneto pre-fight. And then this is just, this is on me. I'm not trying to say like I have no blame in this. I did not confirm. I did not check again. So what you're seeing here is me just reviewing the node, Bubble Shield, Burden of Might. I have removed Dexterity because I just want to get this fight over with. I do have some concerns about it if I don't get good RNG going quickly enough. And here we go. So we're going on in. And I am completely baffled by why the white Magneto stun did not happen. It caused me to delay. Now I can't block, I can't parry, apparently. Unfortunately, I did land a parry. This is going to be painful for me to watch. It's making me angry again. But I'm thinking, okay, I've still got a chance in this one. I've just got to land my parry heavies. I'm getting very, very bad RNG here. Very bad. Look at that. I mean, not a single bleed, nothing landed on there. Apparently, I just can't block, can't do anything. Very, very upsetting to me. And if it's case it's not clear, because I know sometimes I use kind of like a dry humor. I know for a fact I was blocking and parrying. I was playing the game excellently just seconds prior. I'd been playing fine all day. Everything was working fine. I didn't just all of a sudden forget how to do these things. When I make mistakes, I let you know. I try to be very honest about it. That way when things like this happen, you can believe me. In fact, you'll see in my next war video, I'm just going to mess up in a fight. I just flat out messed up. It happened. This was my champion just not being able to block, much less land a parry. And, you know, we theorized that maybe because it was map 8 came out that day. I've watched a lot of other people's war videos, and I'm seeing that exact same thing happening to very, very good players who I know don't typically make any mistakes, much less the amount that I've seen happen. That is incredibly frustrating to me because we are getting compensation. So yeah, I got to heal up for free because I haven't been using those items, but my alliance isn't going to get that fight back. My alliance isn't going to get that fight back. And watch this. I go in, heal up, and lo and behold, look what's on the node. The guidance free fight. I don't even know how to explain that. I don't know. I was borderline happy, relieved to see it there, but also just bewildered. How does that even happen? How does that even happen? Anyways, moving on. You know, as you can see me boosting up here, I'll reference it. We have the Cyber Weekend deals coming up, and this is the first time, because I enjoy the game. I enjoy this channel. I enjoy my BG mates. I enjoy my alliance. I enjoy the MCoC friends, my Discord server, and hanging out with all these people so much. I'm not quitting this game. But this is going to be the first Cyber Weekend since I can remember where I'm genuinely like, I'm still going to get the deals, but I don't feel great about it. Anyways, there we go. Still cannot parry. Still cannot block. Landed one, which is nice. But I'm in a hole here. And so we're just going to have to keep it up. We're getting a little bit better RNG here with our bleeds, so now we finally have a neurotoxin going, which is great. And we should be able to get this down. I think I'm going to miss another parry here in just a second, if I remember correctly. Landed that one, which is nice. Oh, there it is. Yep. I don't know, maybe I know that the day the parry bug went live, I was streaming, and this is what it felt like. This is what it felt like. I know it's been worse against extra large champions. At least that's how it's felt for me. Magneto obviously is not one, but maybe there's something in his hitbox or something like that. I have no idea. But it's also very unsettling because if you can't rely on the game to work in a war where one death will ruin everything, what are you supposed to do? I then had a great talk with Taters. He kind of talked me through a bunch of different things. Because I'm trying a new recording system, I guess I just forgot, or I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I was recording my fights. I had a fight on Chitinous Thorns of Cosmic Ghost Rider versus a Warlock, if I remember correctly. Soloed that. There's no deaths. And then a Kingpin. And we used the White Magneto pre-fight so the stuns would stick. Once Archangel gets enough bleeds going, the defenders cannot purify his debuffs. It's in his kit. There's a lot Archangel can do. So it took a little bit to get that rolling, but that fight was no problem at all. I'm sorry I don't have the footage for you guys. But I don't think those were overly exciting fights either. Soloed those, so feeling a little bit better. Now going up against this Rage Wasp. In my previous video, you can see the power back boost from the Cosmic Ghost Rider fight. I talked about how if you do not have the White Magneto pre-fight, you want to get her evade timer down before you start parry heavy. I'm going to be able to parry heavy right out of the gate here because I have the White Magneto pre-fight. So there we go. And then once we get enough of this going, she's not going to be able to evade anyway. You can bait her heavy. It's her heavy and her SP1 are very, very punishable with Archangels heavy. I don't want to call them easy. I don't think any of this game is really that easy, but it's very, very doable as you're seeing here. So I'm feeling a little bit better. Taters, like I said, and Lizer to kind of talk me down a little bit. I think they knew I was frustrated, so they knew the appropriate way to talk with me was with empathy. And you know, it is what it is. They put together these great battle plans, and then to have things like that ruin it is just very frustrating. But Wasp is down, and then we're going to move on to I think there was a Jabari, and I think Lizer took Jabari in between. I don't think I took the full left side here. Yeah, so we're going straight into the enhanced special 2, and then this advanced power gain. Sorcerer Supreme, I'm going to be using my invulnerability. The idea here is if I can get her to throw her special 2, cool. It's not that hard to evade it. It's not as difficult. But I'm really just going to push her to her SP3, use my invulnerability. Maybe she gets to 1 SP3. I'm not a horseman, so she might get to her 1 SP3 and let the invulnerability boost do its job. So here we go. Nothing overly exciting going on here until something like this happens. So here we go. No idea. I probably did something there. I'm not going to blame that one on the game. Blamed enough on the game. I'll take that one. The good news is I knew I'd only taken 2 hits. So I had 1 charge left in my invuln boost. I was pretty confident in that. So went in here. That's why you're seeing me actually do combos as opposed to just heavy or getting scared. I was very comfortable pushing her to an SP3 because I knew I had only taken 2 hits. Meaning I still had 1 charge, let's call it, in my invulnerability boost. So you're going to see here, I'm going to take absolutely no damage. And then, you know, she's close enough to dead here because of the damage Archangel can do, that everything will be just fine. Her power gain does get going, if I remember correctly here. Yeah, so I actually went in and threw my special. So a very, very frustrating war for me, going up against friends who played exceptionally well. I forgot to even talk about the war. This was an incredibly tight war. They did come through. Well played, Poseidon. And to be honest, I was not surprised. Like I said, I enjoy hanging out with these guys on my Discord server. I enjoy watching their YouTube videos. So I was aware already of how skilled they are. They beat us. I think it was like a 6-8 war or something like that. So it was very, very close. And I know, I think B Manny had a couple input issues here too. And I want to be clear. I'm complaining or I'm upset about the game and it not functioning as it should. I did the state of the war of the game video, and I was very clear. If they can't put out content and have it work, if they can't put out champions and have them not be bugged, then don't put them out. Congratulations to Poseidon, and that's the reason I even went down this road, is they were probably dealing with the exact same issues I was and we were for Loki, and they still performed better than us. They deserved the win. They played very well. And kudos, and I was glad to go up against them. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to Karate Mike. You know, myself, I took a lot of fights, so that's how you end up there. And B Manny, I hope your wars have been going better. I hope your game experience has been going better. When I talked about the Horseman pre-fight in my last video, so many of you are telling me about your own frustrating experiences and how frequently it's happening. Bam, just make the game work. We're about to spend a lot of our real life resources on Cyber Weekend. We expect the game to work. Thank you very much for watching. The next war video is going to be a good one. Trust me. Take care, everybody. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.